Take the cart. Nope, take the cart. Nope, you're going to need the cart. Trust me. Can I see your list? No, you're going to buy more than that. Here, put a little smiley face on you and get going. Next. See, and you know what? They have said that to me at Walmart. They have told me that that's my job when I go to retire.
You'd be perfect at that.
Yeah, thank you.
That would be great.
Is there no end to my challenge? And now we're on to the beans.
Yes, which is, of course, very important in the... actually, I want to do this one first.
Okay.
Very important. When I first started making the chili also, I just used regular old kidney beans, just threw some kidney beans in there, a couple of cans, and it was all right. But again, my kids would say, chili lacking a little bit of flavor. So while again, doing some research at the supermarket, I discovered that Bush makes chili beans they're red beans in chili sauce. Okay, so rather than just using just regular kidney beans, we've already got some flavor going on here. Because remember, with kids, flavor is important. And so I usually get the mild or medium, and depending on what the mood is at the time. And so rather than getting regular kidney beans, I would get the Bush's chili beans in the mild or medium sauce, and that would get you...
Don't you just want to go grocery shopping with Tom? And there he is in the Bush bean section for hours.
Sometimes...
deciding that, with brown sugar, without brown sugar.
Some people have seen me standing there for more than 15 minutes.
Consider it loitering. And asked him to leave. But this isn't that kind of show.
No, that's right. Okay.
Still in the Bush bean aisle.
Yes. I got to tell you a little story. Again, going for flavor, one of the things that happened, my band was playing, we played at a party for SC Watson Services in Niagara-on-the-Lake, Ontario, which is kind of like a single proprietor, privately owned version of waste management. It's basically it's a friend of mine, Steve Watson. He owns a company, and he had a big party there at his house on Niagara-on-the-Lake in Ontario, and I stayed overnight there after the party, and the next day, his wife Peggy wanted to send me home with some food, and she had made some homemade baked beans with her own. It was her own recipe, her own sauce. She couldn't find it anywhere in a store. So she gave it, I remember trying them and saying, wow, these baked beans are fantastic. And I'm not a big baked bean fan, but hers were fantastic. And she said, well, I have a bunch left over. Why don't you take some home? So I brought some home, put them in the fridge, and then I found that I was one can short of kidney beans or chili beans when I was making some chili the next day or two later. So I decided, I'll use Peggy's baked beans and see how that works. Well, let me tell you, that was just what the doctor ordered. Whatever was in her recipe just made the taste of that chili.
I think we need to get Peggy on for her baked beans, because and my other question is just how much chili is being made at your house? If you're constantly, how many times a week are you eating chili?
Well, I have no more than once a week usually. I have 3 hungry kids, and they're all of teenage.
Don't you people order pizza or anything?
When we have to.
When there's no chili left.
That's
you better
right.
Check your meat again.
That's right. It's almost there. I think we're about there.
Are you getting ready to? I'll take that just before I eat the chili. Someone's just passed me a little container of Beano because we have grilling beans, we have chili beans,
and don't forget the diced tomatoes with chili.
Yeah, diced tomatoes with green chilies. Of course, some crushed tomatoes.
And we have also, you need to get about a cup and a half of chopped onions as well.
And you can buy those frozen and then just unfreeze them.
You can, and that's what's...
It's all about time, Tom.
That's right. And you get them frozen, you just pop them in. Or if you have a little time, you can get yourself a nice Vidalia and chop that up. It all depends on...
What did you do here, Tom?
That was frozen in the store.
Because they were way too uniform.
But that's right. But when you have time, a chopped up Vidalia is a nice thing to throw in there. And then
You know what I would do if I had some time on my hands?
what's that?
I'd be driving out to Wilson and have you make some chili for me.
It does happen, you know. I do get visitors dropping in from time to time when they hear that I'm making chili. And actually, if you go on my Facebook page, you'll see that some people.
LinkedIn, Facebook.
That's right. You'll see that some people have already commented. I just mentioned in passing that I was making some of Tom Keefer's Voodoo Chili, and sure enough, I already got a number of comments from people as far away as Texas, saying that they.
Practically international, because that's almost to Mexico.
That's right.
Close to.
It is actually close to Mexico.
Well,
very
yes.
close.
Another. How much?
That's the other border. That's the other border
That
right
you've
there.
Have you been to Mexico playing
Haven't played in Mexico
Okay.
yet.
You can still say international.
But
It's not gonna
I've had a couple of invitations to come down there, so we'll see what happens.
Can we add any of these things in before we have to take the break?
No, I think this still has a little bit to go here. We can probably cut to the break here shortly, and then.
Oh, you want me to take a break? You just tell me, Tom. It's your show. I'll take a break.
It was merely a suggestion.
He's in control because he's done extensive research on chili. We can see that, folks. Do we drain any of these things?
No.
Okay, all right. When we come back, more of Tom Keefer's Voodoo Chili, and I'm sure other stories about like how he got involved with his duo and things like that, and where they're playing and things like that. But of course, it's all about the chili today with Tom. We'll be right back with more Lori and Friends. Tip it up so people can see your ground beef.
To look at it, you'd never suspect that this was part of a working landfill. That's because Waste Management works closely with communities and the Wildlife Habitat Council to make sure we can all live peacefully together. Today, our landfills provide more than 17,000 acres of protected land for wildlife habitat. From everyday collection to environmental protection, think green, think Waste Management.
Hello and welcome back to Lori and Friends. I'm here with Tom Keefer, who's not just a professional chili maker, but he also works for an audio company.
Yorkville Sound, Niagara Falls, New York.
And we have to say that because they let you off to come and do the show. And you're bringing them all this chili back for lunch.
And I will be a hero at work.
You will be a big hero today at work. Other than that, in your spare time, when you're not looking for research on how to make better voodoo chili, you sing with the Lakeside Duo.
That's correct. Myself and Stan Turnajewski, we play all over the place, all over Western New York and Canada. And Stan plays piano and sings, and I play guitar and sing. Although sometimes I've been found on piano. With the band, the Lakeside Band, we oftentimes, with the other members of the band, we completely switch instruments, and sometimes I play bass on some songs, and or sometimes I'll be the keyboard player, and Stan will play bass, and Norm, our bass player, will play guitar, and sometimes Stan will play drums. It's we do a little bit of musical chairs. I suppose any one of us could play any one of those instruments at any time, but
Not necessarily well.
not as well as we normally play, yes.
It just makes it a little more fun for
But it makes it
everybody.
fun and interesting, yes.
Play the bass, so you've never played this in your life. Let's give it a shot. These people don't know any difference.
That's right. And in the Lockside Celtic Band, which is our band that does Celtic music, which for those of you who are not familiar, Celtic would be Scottish, Irish, and Welsh music. Stanley plays the drums, and then Norm Bach plays guitar. I play guitar, and Ernie Palmer.
I know him.
Yes, Ernie is from he's from
This
Lewiston.
neck of the woods.
That's right, the Lewiston Youngstown area. Norm Bach, he's from Lewiston. Stanley is from Stan Turnajewski. He is from Niagara Falls, and Norm's daughter Natalie also plays with us on violin in the Lockside Celtic Band, and occasionally our drummer from Lakeside, John Lynch of Youngstown, he plays with us also. And as a matter of fact, the Lockside Celtic Band is going to be appearing on September